Kung sana bulenge Tisle. I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome back to my daily Tips of Briefing. Without wasting any time, let's dive straight to the only daily Tibetan Parliament session highlight in English. Chaired by Honorable Speaker Kimbo Samtivila, the first day of the 17th Tibetan Parliament in Exile's 9th session, that's a budget session, commenced at 9:30 this morning as scheduled. The Honorable Speaker began his opening address by highlighting the deteriorating political status in occupied Tibet, especially around 10th March. And this year was also no exception on that regards. He brought our attention to the newly released book of His Holiness the Dalai Lama called Voice for the Voiceless on the 11th March 2025. He mentioned that the book continues to receive widespread coverage from major international media outlets, positive reviews, and growing interest of readers worldwide. So the clear statement mentioned in the book on His Holiness's reincarnation in the free world outside China received a harsh response from the official spokesperson of the Foreign Affairs of CCP. Honorable Speaker declared explicitly that the reincarnation is a deeply religious process and rites for the Tibetan Buddhists and cannot be manipulated as a political tool by Chinese government. Honorable Speaker then quoted a passage from the book. Allow me to quote it. To my fellow Tibetans, never lose hope. However dark the sky may become, as our saying goes, if you fall 9 times, you get up 9 times. Always remember that a bright sun awaits behind the clouds. So the House of the Tibetan Parliament then continued with official obituary references to former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh of India and former American President Jimmy Carter. Then apart from that, official obituary references to former Deputy Speaker and former Chief Justice Commissioner late Kongo Chadu Sangpula, then former parliamentarian His Eminence Dikung Chuch Ayarabuche, former parliamentarian Khorza Sunam Damdula, former parliamentarian Amchi Thomela, then former Kalu Tisur Gerotundula and former Kalu Sheolos Tagila. And following the list of business, Sikun Pemba the incumbent Pencho Kalu Finance Minister, presented the 2025 to 2026 budget of the Central Tibet Administration, proposing an amount of 3,670 million rupees. That's so compared to last year, the budget saw a rise of about 343 million rupees. However, Kasha will be presenting a reduction proposal in the budget of about 340 million rupees due to the recent announcement of the United States government to formally discontinue all aid funding for Tibetans as well, following a policy review. So this business was followed by parliamentarian Gishel Haramba Amrutendala, the chair of the Budget Estimate Committee, of the Tibetan Parliament in Exile, presenting the concise report of the committee prepared in about 3 weeks ahead of the March Parliament session. So the motion for debate on the CTA's 2025 to 2026 budget was tabled, which led to several deliberations by the parliamentarians commenting on both Pencho Kalu and the Parliamentary Budget Estimate Committee's report. Then after lunch break, as per the list of business, parliamentarian Geshe Antorinchi Gensala, the chair of the 12th Public Accounts Committee, Mangzo Sitasokchung, presented the report of the committee. To give you brief on the function of the Public Accounts Committee. So the Office of Auditor General audits the accounts of all CTA departments and its various bodies, numerous autonomous institutions that are fully or partly funded by CTA, and even self-funded autonomous institutions like Nyamde, various educational institutions, public health centers, and so forth that falls under the scope of CTA. So please be mindful when I say audit, it isn't restricted to financial, but also regulatory audits as well. So basically, the detailed audit reports are then transferred to the Parliament. Honourable Speakers then appoints the Public Accounts Committee, consisting generally of about at least five members of the Parliament. The committee then, within a year, reviews the audit reports and makes final decision on the report in the form of a book that looks like this, which is presented in the Parliament. So today at about 3 o'clock, the first day of the budget session adjourned until 9:30 tomorrow. Then from tomorrow, there'll be a continuation of deliberation by members on the new budget report of Kasha, as well as the report of the Budget Estimate Committee. This will be followed by presentation, deliberation, and sanction on the newly proposed budgets of each department and the offices under CTA. So this was it for today. I would request all of you, as always, to try and take out time, try and take out interest to watch the Parliament session live, because this will allow you to learn more about your government, your exiled government. This is the only way you can question us. You can understand how we function. I'm usually asked by so many Tibetan youth of how they are mostly unable to understand the deliberations that we do in Tibetan, even if they are pretty good in Tibetan when we speak colloquially. But I would say continue to listen, continue to take interest, and this is how we all grow together as a community, as a government, and as a democracy. So yeah, that's about it. We'll be back in the Parliament tomorrow at 9:30, and I'll see you tomorrow in the evening. Hopefully, if you don't have any engagement after the Tetso, I'll be able to get back to you much sooner. Let's say, just let.